So in this video I'm going to talk about one of the extensions that I built recently. This extension is used to debug the longest contentful paint in the web page. The longest contentful paint, also known as LCP, is the anything that appears in the web page at the first and which occupies most of the space in the screen whenever the user first loads the page. For example, you can see here, if the user loads this URL, then the first thing they are expected to see is this image URL because it occupies most of the viewport over here. So anything that occupies most of the screen is also known as LCP, and Google recommends that the LCP element, whatever it be, it can be a hero image or a big text as well, like whatever occupies most of the space in the screen whenever the user first loads it, it's need to be appeared within 2.5 seconds. So that is the threshold that the Google recommends for optimal page performance. So the issue was that while debugging the LCP, there were a lot of things that we were not be able to debug. For example, say we can optimize this image and reduce its size, but even after reducing the image size, we might not be able to lower the LCP score. So to solve that problem, I built one Chrome extension called the LCP Debugger. So to see how that works in this scenario, let me just refresh this web page for now and show you in action like how it can be helpful. The web page seems to be taking a while to load. Let's just wait for it to load. Let me try to load it once more. Yeah, you can see the LCP thing is not yet visible in the page. So this is what we don't want. It can be because the network is slow, or the resource itself is very high. But let's see. Let me try to like refresh again this page. Yeah, now it seems to appear. So after the page loads, you just click to this extension, the LCP debugger, and it shows the LCP for four things in a small table. For example, the time to first byte. So the TTFB, also known as time to first byte, is the thing, whenever you request something to the server, then how much time does it take for the server to give the first byte to the client. That is called the time to first byte. So we want this to be as minimum as possible, but I think for this case this seems to be pretty good, like not that bad. And after that, it seems the resource load delay. So this is the time after the page starts parsing, and then the parser should find the LCP element. For example, whenever the HTML starts to get parsed, it needs to find that image tag, and only after that the image can be downloaded, which is known as the resource load delay. So this should be also quite minimum, and in this case also it looks okay, not that bad. And then after that, the resource load time. So this is also one of the important metric. For example, you can see the resource load time here is only 278 milliseconds. So this means that it only took 278 milliseconds to download this image. And after that, the another thing is that the element render delay. So element render delay is the thing. So you can understand it as like this. For example, this image got downloaded say within 1 second, but it took like 2 seconds to appear in the viewport. So that is known, the 1 second which we can see the gap over there is known as element render delay. So this happens whenever something is blocking the image from being shown in the viewport. Say it can be some JavaScript or something like that. So if you add all of these things, then it will be the total LCP time that is taken for this page to load, or for this LCP element to load. And then you can see the element render delay seems to be pretty high over here, nearly 2.4 seconds. So this seems to be the place where we can optimize. But I also recommend you to like refresh few more times to get more accurate result in like where the LCP element is spending most of its time. And the another beautiful thing about this extension is that, if you inspect and say, let me try to run this again. It seems my internet is quite slow today. Let me check. Seems to be okay. Let me try to empty the cache in hard reload. Don't know what the issue is, but let's I think we should check some other website. Let's check one PR view property. Then if we think this is slow, I think there was a problem with New York, but I guess mm, I don't know, like what a weird thing happening today. See, let me click this link. Let me click the first one, whatever appears. Let me copy and open the same tab here. The page is still loading. Let me try to run the performance in this tab. I'll stop it now. If you want to add this extension, then what you can do is that go to this URL. I'll paste this in the description as well, but you can find the LCP Debugger here. And the thing is that this extension is not yet available in the Chrome store, so you might need to clone this repository and load the unpacked extension. So that is the thing you might need to do. So I also while developing this extension, I wanted to add the bar in the article, sorry, in the web page itself, like this one, the green one that you can see over here, so that it would be easier to see what the LCP is without having to click over here. But the problem is that this did not work across every sites, so I remove it. Yeah, this one, this bar. And the other thing is that what I was going to show you guys in this page is that let me let's see if we can see here, but I don't know like why like a lot of weird things happening today. Doesn't seem like, where is the LCP? Here is the LCP. So yeah, this was what I was trying to show you guys. So this extension also add this marker over here, for example the how much the element render delay is and how much the resource load time took. And then you can easily see from this performance tab as well. And within the performance tab you can also like see, I think somewhere we can also see the network request. For example, let me see, is this the interaction? No, it's not. Timing. Yes, so sorry, here is a network request that I was talking about. So you can see the, let me also minimize this one. The LCP is over here, right? So the image, some images were still getting downloaded here, and you can also see the like network and then see what is blocking for your LCP and fix the things like that. But this is how you debug your LCP with this Chrome extension. You basically see like which one is bigger, and there are a few things that might be hard to optimize. For example, this time to first byte might be a little difficult to optimize, and also the resource load time might be also difficult to optimize. But there are other simple things that you can quickly use. For example, say in the New Yorker itself, uh, let's go into this one and see like how they are trying to optimize. Let me clear this one and see like how they are optimizing the LCP. What is the LCP now? It seems pretty bad still, but it might be because of my connection as well, because you can see my connection was not that good. And you can see here their hero image is inside the pixel tag, and you can see the good practice over here. They have the source set, so the source set has like different images for different width. So this is the best thing what you can do for to optimize the image. So I think they have not only done this, I think this should have also preloaded the images. For example, let's see in the head tag if they have preloaded. This one, it's not that. Yeah, it seems this one. Yeah. So you can see it's, they have also preloaded this image as the head tag. so that the render delay and things like that does not happen. So you can also preload the image with the source sheet as well, so that you can preload based on your responsive width. So it seems they have done that to improve the LCP. And what else did they do? Media.New Yorker. Okay, so did they also pre-connect or something like that? Let's see. mm, not as of my knowledge here. Yes, they pre-connect to the polyfill, but yeah, haven't connected to the same this image domain, but that's okay. So to optimize, they have done like preloading. They have used the responsive images, and maybe they have also compressed this image as well. So the other thing is that, yeah, those are the things that I think everyone should do to optimize the LCP, I guess. So if you like the extension, don't forget to start it over here, and you can also fork and then do some changes and send the pull request. The other thing you can do is that if you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumb icon and subscribe as well, because it really motivates me to make another performance optimization videos as well. So yeah, that's all for today. Thank you, thanks for watching.